My grandma was not only a favorite teacher among the students here, but was also considered to be a true friend to them because of the genuine compassion and concern she showed to each of them. To this day, my mom, aunts, and even I are approached by former students who tell amazing stories of how she touched their lives and, in many cases, changed them for the better. My grandma was always mindful of individuals who needed a little extra attention or love, and she was always quick to provide it. Each year, as my aunts review the applications for this scholarship, they are looking for a student who possesses the qualities my grandma was trying to instill in them and in her students. They look for someone who wants to succeed academically in life, wants to pursue higher education, and has made goals and is doing what he or she can to attain them. But most importantly, someone who exhibits the same kindness and compassion that she did. This year was especially difficult as each of the applicants were extraordinary. Because of this, my family couldn't choose just one recipient. Instead, we decided to award 2 deserving students. They are both smart and goal-driven. They are kind and compassionate. They both embody many of the qualities that were important to my grandma. This year's recipients of the Verlene Phillips Memorial Scholarship are Josie Fulmer and Brain Rasmussen.
I feel honored to be asked to be here tonight to present the Daniel Cummings Character Scholarship. Because this is the first year that this award will be presented, I want to give you an idea of who Daniel was. Daniel and I were both graduates of the Millard High School class of '89. We were really close friends growing up and throughout our years in school. Daniel was an exceptional student leader, athlete, but most of all, a friend. He had many notable accomplishments in school. He was our Fillmore Middle School student body president. He was a starter on our Millard High School state football championship football team, the FFA vice president. He was a student body officer both of his junior and senior years. First, he served as the social manager, and then he was elected to serve as our student body president. He was voted the overall most preferred guy during Preference Week. He was the Regional Agricultural Science Sterling Scholar winner. He was our salutatorian at graduation, and the list goes on and on. Daniel was one of those people who everyone liked and who everyone wanted to be like. He was a true leader, and everyone considered him to be their close friend because when you were with him, that's just how he made you feel. After high school, Daniel went on to have a very successful career and a beautiful family. He was especially proud of his 4 amazing children. Daniel dealt with health issues for a large part of his adult life and waged a valiant battle. Even with the difficulties that came with his illnesses, he enjoyed many years doing what he loved, spending quality time with his family. Daniel passed away this last December. The class of '89 provided the scholarship funds this year to honor his memory as our friend and classmate. The exact amount of the scholarship is $1,000.88. The 88 cents represents Daniel's football number when he played for Millard High School throughout his high school career and during the state championship football game. This year's scholarship recipient embodies many of the qualities Daniel did and was chosen by the Cummings family. This year's recipient of the Daniel Cummings Memorial Scholarship is John Gates.
I'm Mike Nuttall from over at the Intermountain Power Project, and I'm here to honor one of your students today with our IPP Outstanding Student Achievement Award. This award is for $1,000 and is used for financial aid to help with the students with either vocational or academic education. It is based on school activities, community service, citizenship, and academic excellence. This year's recipient is Josie Fulmer.
Hello everyone, I'm sorry, I'm tardy and late. I poured concrete today, and it's one of those jobs that you don't leave until it's done. So I have rushed from there to here. And as I was finishing concrete today, I thought about the scholarship that we offer. This is a B&J Construction Scholarship. And when concrete starts, it's very pliable if you've ever worked with it. You can shape it, mold it. You make it look like about anything you want, but then it begins to harden. And this is much like the youth that we have. We take certain recipes and we put the ingredients in, and if it's done just right, it comes out very well. And so we feel it important that we be a part of helping these young folks get a good leg up, and as they're still soft and pliable, to be able to be ready for that. It's been interesting. We had 4 applications, and out of the applications, they were all ladies. It was amazing. I thought, wow. In fact, the lady that we've selected is Eliza Swallow. If she would come up while she's coming. It was a tough pick, but Eliza has got her hands dirty, and we were really impressed that she has got dirty hands in the construction world, and so that's really the key that turned and led us that way. We're grateful for these people. We're grateful for the teachers and the faculty here, and congratulations.
All right, my name is Nick Carter. I'm with State Bank of Southern Utah. And this is Kim Christensen. We both work at the branch here. It was important to State Bank when we announced we were coming to Fillmore that we were part of the community, not just by putting a building in or anything like that, but actually wanted to give back. So we've done some scholarships over the last couple of years, and this year was tough. There was quite a few applicants, so we chose 6. So I'm going to name off some names, and if those will come forward and get your scholarship. Natalie Starley. Haley Brayman. Gracie Adams. Eliza Swallow. Josie Fulmer. And McCall Alberto. We would just like to thank the school and the class and the seniors, and good luck, and it's nice to see everyone smiles today, so thank you.
A few years ago, my sister, Jeannie Monroe Young, established an endowment at Snow College for Millard High students who wanted to attend Snow in memory of my parents, Lamar and Gwen Monroe, who were great supporters of Snow College. This year we are awarding 2 scholarships for $1,000 each to Keith Davenport and McCall Alberto.
I'm here representing the Spencer S. Coyle Memorial Scholarship, and this is a scholarship we started a few years ago to honor my late husband, Spencer Coyle. He was a Millard Eagle. I was a Millard Eagle. Our kids are multiple generation Millard Eagles, and when he passed, this community was so wonderful to support us, and we decided that this was a way that we could give back to the village that helped our family. I'm sorry. This recipient of this award is very similar to Spencer in some ways. He does things for the benefit of the team, and he's very well liked and respected. He works hard, but he isn't always in the spotlight. And this recipient of the $1,000 scholarship goes to Keith Davenport. And I'm also presenting the Dr. Julie Moody Buchanan Health Science Scholarship. Julie was one of my best friends in high school, and she was a very motivated and dedicated student and pursued a career that not very many women are into. And so it's my pleasure to present this scholarship to Heidi Thurman.
Just have to say that it's so good to see everybody without their masks. It's good to see your face. It's an honor for me to present the Robert Ag Nilsson Memorial Scholarship. He's been a pillar in our community and has had a profound effect on everybody's lives. He's really the one responsible for me going into education, as well as many others here as well. And enough good can't be said about this great man. He's really, truly an amazing man. This scholarship is in memory of Robert Ag Nilsson, who taught vocational agriculture at Millard High School for 35 years, influencing many young people and established in lifelong friendships with students and staff. Through the years, he received local, state, and national recognition in his field. While at the high school, he thoroughly enjoyed serving as a timer for all the home high school basketball games for 44 years, wrestling matches for 29 years, and ran the down box as a member of the chain gang for all the home football games over 50 years. He taught GED at the high school, and for 25 years he taught inmates at the Millard County Jail, helping them receive their GED or adult high school diplomas, doing this and into his 90th year. He was a true advocate for education and was blessed with a teacher's heart. Upon his retirement in 1987, he continued to contribute his passion by offering a scholarship, wanting to reach out to the lives of future generations. And it's my honor, in behalf of the family, to present this scholarship to Braxton Bond and Janaea Pardo.
Good evening, everybody. I have the distinct pleasure of getting to present the Lee C. and May Birch Scholarship. This is an award for a student that is planning on pursuing a degree in health science. This one floats around the school, gets voted on amongst the science teachers and some things like that. We had some very, very deserving candidates this year. This year's recipient of the Lee C. and May Birch Scholarship is Haley Brayman.
Hello, it is my privilege to give the Old Capitol Quilt Guild scholarships. It's just amazing to me as you sit here in an evening like tonight and you look around and you just see all the generosity that is given to our kids, and it's just amazing. And the Old Capitol Quilt Guild scholarship is just women in the community that want to give back. And so they all donate and they presented 2 scholarships. And these 2 scholarships are presented to Natalie Starley and Haley Brayman.
I usually try to get out of presenting these scholarships, but this year, Rita Tanner just happened to be across the country, and she asked me to present their award for the Giles family, which I do find it an honor. Kirby Giles I had him in 6th grade, and he's the reason I know a couple of Japanese words. I couldn't tell you what they mean, but I know some Japanese words. I just couldn't tell you what they mean. But Kirby Giles' life was one of service. He was always willing to give of his time and talents to his community, school, and church. Kirby taught music at Duchesne High School, Provo High School, and Millard High School. He also taught 6th grade at Fillmore Middle School. While at Fillmore Middle School, he was named the State of Utah Geography Teacher of the Year. Kirby directed the Chief Kanosh pageant for several years and was very involved in the Fillmore Civic Arts Council. He directed the community production of The Messiah for 17 years. He also loved teaching his numerous piano students. Kirby loved the students and the people that he worked with. He always wanted to give back and make his community a better place. He passed away at the age of 50 of cancer. The Kirby Giles family is honored to award 2 $750 scholarships to students who are involved in their community, school, church, and show strengths in the areas of music, art, drama, service, and leadership. And this year's recipients are Natalie Starley and Bryn Rasmussen.
I'm pleased to be here representing the American Legion Auxiliary Unit 61, and we are giving away 2 scholarships this year in the amount of $200. The scholarships are going to go to 2 young women who applied for and were accepted to go to Girls State last year. They are Natalie Starley and Jocelyn Dean.
This is new for me. This is the American Legion Scholarship Award. This was donated by our members and fundraisers that we do. We had 10 applicants, and we narrowed it down to 3, and they came in and interviewed. And I've got to say, our youth are strong. I don't know how many people here, but we asked them what is the 10th Amendment, and every one of them told us what the 10th Amendment was. So teachers, keep up the good work. Let them know. Our $1,000 scholarship this year goes to Callie Lowe.
Hello, good evening. I'm here representing the All Ag Scholarship. My mom and dad asked me to step in tonight. My mom and dad feel so grateful to be able to live and farm here in Millard County as they thought of ways that they could give back to this great community that they love. The idea of being able to help kids who wanted to continue the great tradition of farming and ranching, so that the last 8 years we have given 2 scholarships awarded to the students planning on a career in agriculture. The first award of the All Ag Scholarship goes to Dawson Ellison. And our second scholarship goes to Colby Cummings. Thank you for all those that applied, and grateful for the support, and for all those pursuing agriculture education, please apply for the scholarship in the future.
I am much shorter. My name is Eva Timothy. I am here representing USU Extension of Millard County's 4-H program. And we are very happy to award Audrey Camp our Youth Leadership Development Award. In order to obtain this award, youth have to be seniors and participating in 4-H, and they have to submit a portfolio, and they have to exhibit youth leadership both academically and in 4-H. So we are very proud to award Audrey Camp this year.
Good evening. I was told I had 20 minutes, so buckle up, folks. So I've got about 20 mushroom jokes to help pass the time. All right, my name is Bart Adams. I'm the owner of Mountain View Mushrooms. This is the 5th year that we've done the Keep On Growing Scholarship. It's $1,000 per semester for 4 years, so it's an $8,000 award. The requirements are that the candidates have a GPA of at least 3.0, have proof of acceptance to a university or trade school, and answer 2 essay questions about Mountain View Mushrooms' purpose and our values. And let me tell you, those are the things that separate the candidates, is their answers to those essay questions. At Mountain View Mushrooms, our core values are to go above and beyond, continuous improvement, and teamwork. And our purpose is to improve the lives of our employees, our customers, and our consumers. This is the inspiration behind the scholarship, to improve the employees' lives by providing scholarship opportunities for their children. In the 5 years, we've only had 3 applicants from the pool of our employee children. So we got to do a better job of getting them to apply. But I am happy to report that our first scholar, who won 4 years ago, Elizabeth Alcala, is the daughter of one of our employees, and she has taken full advantage of the scholarship and just graduated from Utah State last week in international business, and is prepared to go get her MBA starting in the fall. So it's paying off. Yeah. Our goal is to support at least 4 scholars per year, and we currently have 2 scholars that are active in the program, and both of them are either on a mission or preparing to serve missions for their church. So we don't have anyone to any scholarships right now. So for that reason, we've decided to award 2 scholarships this year. And I do want to recognize briefly just last year's winners, because they didn't have an opportunity to have this assembly for them. But we awarded 2 last year, and that was Madison Owen and Tice Davies. Thank you. So we only received 5 applicants this year, and all of them were excellent. It was a tough decision, and I have no doubt that each of these candidates will be very successful in their futures. I'm pleased to award the class of 2021 Mountain View Mushrooms Keep On Growing Scholarship to Gracie Adams, and Josie Fulmer.
I was glancing at the list of people who sponsor a scholarship or who are honored by a scholarship, and was completely impressed by the company. It's a real privilege to be on that list of people. Would you still play for a team you knew was always going to lose? If you were guaranteed never a win, would you stay on the team? Would you stay at Millard High School if you knew you had a chance to play somewhere else with better opportunities? Would you stick to what you believe in, even if it cost you your dream? That's what the JR 7 Wishes Scholarship for Love of the Game scholarship's about. Most of you won't remember, but about 13 years ago, a young man walked these halls with tears in his eyes during May. It was hard for him to say goodbye to school, goodbye to all the memories. And it's hard for me to walk these halls anymore without remembering not only him and his love of Millard High School, but the love his dad, who was also a Millard Eagle, and his brothers have for this school. These walls have so many memories and tell so many stories. But the story that I remember the very most was the night before Joshua passed away. Mommy said, after I told him that his brothers had just taken a heart-wrenching loss on the basketball court, and I didn't know what I was going to say to him or their disappointed father, he said, "Mom, I don't know, but if I could do it again, I wouldn't worry about the score or the playing time or the wins or the losses or the refs. I'd just play because I love the game." This sometimes gets labeled as a sports scholarship, but I needed to make it clear that Joshua also loved singing. He was a member of the Millard Majestic. He participated in more than one school musical, and he loved his classmates. One of my favorite things to do is to watch the pictures scroll by on my screensaver. Not just of Josh and his classmates, but of his classmates over the years. The Robison family loves Millard High School and the memories that are made here. The Robison Scholarship is not directly just to athlete, but to anyone who has a love for life and a love of the game, and that has a commitment to take that love into the next phase of their life, whether they serve a mission, start a business, or go on to college. This year's recipient of the JR7 for Love of the Game Scholarship is Gracie Adams.
I also get to represent Jim and Bonnie Quigley. Graduates of Millard High, they've gone on to do amazing things. Well known in the business world at Utah State, all around the country. And they have a love for Millard High and want to give back to the school each year. They are super great to work with, and they say they leave it up to the faculty, which is sometimes really hard for the faculty, as we know these students and see the ins and outs of their daily lives. But when I presented Bonnie with the applicants this year and told her who the faculty was leaning toward, she was very supportive. We actually picked 3 recipients this year, and the faculty raved about these 3 young ladies, about their involvement, their achievement, their leadership, their service. Bonnie and Jim were blown away by the examples that they've set through the school. So it is my privilege to announce that Katie Kelly is receiving a $500 scholarship, Eliza Swallow a $500 scholarship, and McCall Wordle a $1,000 scholarship.
So I have the privilege of representing the special education program at Millard High, and we give out a peer tutor award, several of them usually every year. And this award is to recognize students that help with their special needs peers. These students have patience, compassion, and personality. They can do things and accomplish things, reaching and teaching their peers that no one else can. They really have a special gift. We have 6 that we're giving out today. Haley Roman, she could work with anyone. She was amazing. Marker Maxfield, he also did a lot of prep work for me and was willing to do anything that he could possibly do to help. Lapita Tapia, she helped with our literacy class this year and did an amazing job. She could accomplish things that nobody else could. She's very talented. McCall Wardle and Eliza Swallow, they started out their high school teaching some music classes to our in our unit with the more severe kids, and they did an amazing job. They had to prepare the music and teach the kids. It was great. So I appreciate all that you guys have done to help our program. Thank you very much.
I agree wholeheartedly with Mr. Robinson. It's good to not have a mask on. I've been kind of crazy about the masks. I think I gave away more masks this year than the office. Mr. Dearden was teasing. He said he had 2 boxes I could have this week, but I don't want them. I'm here to do FFA and present our scholarship, but first I won't make all of you walk up, but could I please have the following students just stand up for a second if they're here? Dawson Ellison, Mackenzie Thatcher, Jocelyn Dean, John Gates, Jed DeGraffenried, Colby Cummings, Jacob Adams, Dan the Man Garcia, and Aaron Thomas. If you'll just stand up. This is a group of seniors that I've had the opportunity to work with a lot in my classes, as well as take a bunch of them to Washington, D.C. Had a pretty good time there, and I'm proud of them and their hard work for me. And I'd like please have Jocelyn Deans come forward. She will receive our FFA Leadership Scholarship. When we went to Washington, D.C., Jocelyn had the hardest job. I have to be up front leading, and my wife was there, and she would like say, wait for me, this and that. So her and Jocelyn spent the 8 days together, and Jody helped me from losing Jocelyn, and Jocelyn especially helped me from losing Jody. So Jocelyn is a great young lady, and I have enjoyed her so much.
My name is Misty Bliss, and I'm the school counselor, and it's my privilege to present the CTE Pathway Completer Awards for Millard High School this year. I'll call those names up, and then I'll explain the award as these students come up. We have Isaiah Callahan, Tyson Schwartz, Franklin Gray Stevens, Mackenzie Thatcher, and Aaron Thomas, who all won a $500 scholarship. We had 30 students complete 74 career and technical education pathways this year. During our CTE Career and Technical Education month in February, we collected the pathway applications, and then we drew out of those applications 5 students, and these are the 5 winners. And I want to congratulate them on a job well done.
It's a real privilege for me to be here tonight and represent my father, Jay Richmond, and my family. Most of you don't know my father. My father was an educator. He was a great educator here at Millard High School. He was the principal for many years. Then he went on to serve in the district office. The thing that I wish Phil was here for, he would remember, my dad was also a runner. Most people don't know that, but he ran in high school and he ran in college. He was a long-distance runner and a sprint runner. My dad bled blue. Millard High was the only thing that mattered to him. It seems very fitting for us to also carry on that tradition of running and award tonight our scholarship to Audrey Camp.
Hello, everyone. It's good to be here with you tonight. And could I have this year's Sterling Scholars come up? We have Mackenzie Brown, Natalie Starley, Eliza Swallow, Audrey Camp, Bryn Rasmussen, Heidi Thurman, Arden Chevalier, Josie Fulmer, and Katie Kelly. As they come on up, I just want to First, I want to thank all of you who have provided scholarships in the community. It's a real, every year I'm amazed at the generosity of our community, and it really does take a village, and you're a big part of that, so thank you so much. The Sterling Scholar Program is to honor scholarship, leadership, and service. And it's not just a one-year accomplishment. It is what they do for 4 years during their high school career to serve, lead, and try to be good scholars. And they worked really hard. This year, Mrs. Rasmussen had a leadership class with most of these students in it, and I think that was a really good experience. And they were able to bond together and also focus on the community that has given so much to them. So I want to thank Mrs. Rasmussen for everything she did there to help lead these future leaders. We had 2 runners-up this year, Mackenzie Brown in English and, Bryn Rasmussen in music. And then we had a winner in visual arts, that was Heidi Thurman. So would you please, I just want to take a second to tell you that these young people worked very hard, like I said, for 4 years, and they represented Millard High School very well. Not just in the Sterling Scholar arena, though. In the community and in the halls of Millard High School, I've been so impressed with the good people that they are and the way they reached out to their peers. I'm always in awe of these Sterling Scholars and just what really good people they are. And also this whole class. I think you've noticed what strong leaders we have in this class, and I know they have a lot of potential, and I look so forward to what they do in the future. Thanks, you guys and you girls.
Is Vicki Mitchell here?
She thought she might get here, but I guess she hasn't made it. I've been asked to present some awards to our student athletes. Can I have the following come up and stand right up here, front and center? Eliza Swallow, Danny Garcia, Audrey Camp, Katie Kelly, I think that's it. Oh, Jed. I knew I left one off. Where's Jed? Jed DeGrafton. Sorry, Jed. I didn't mean to. Oh, man, I'm in trouble. Sorry, Jed. Liza, come over here. Get closer. I'm feeling a little left out. Thanks for not wearing a tie, Danny. Me too. I've been asked by the Robison family to present the Phil Robison Athletic Scholarship, the Phil G. Robison Scholarship. The family of Phil G. Robison would like to present a scholarship in his name to a deserving senior. Phil not only graduated from Millard, but taught here for many years. His love for history and remembering dates was like none other. But Phil's greatest love was coaching. He spent more hours here at Millard than he did at home, helping the students strive to their greatest potential. Now Phil's family would like to help out a student that they believe has great potential. The students that applied showed great promise, and the Robison siblings struggled with choosing only one student for this scholarship. The student they chose runs, and Phil loves track. Audrey Camp, and the family of Phil Robison wish you the best in running, even though it's not for the Y. Idaho is lucky to have you. I'm going to change just a little bit. We have had a unique year with students being able to go on and compete at the next level. We have 4. Katie Kelly is going to SUU. Audrey is going to Southern Idaho. And Daniel Garcia is going to Carroll Fighting Saints. Where's that? Montana. And Eliza is going to, I can't pronounce it, Eliza. What is it? Umpqua Riverhawks. That's neat. And those are just 4. We have some others. Jed's thinking of going Weber. And there was one other. Who's the other one? Zach is thinking of going to Feather River, possibly playing football there. So usually we'll maybe have 1 or 2 students be able to go on and compete at the next level. And this year we have 4 that have signed on the dotted line, and a couple others that are thinking about it. So congratulations. The next one was really tough. I don't know if I know what the word parity means, but these kids were all similar in ability. We had a tough time choosing a outstanding athlete award. In fact, the votes were just so close that anyone could have gotten it. This year, our outstanding male athlete is Jed Graffenried. And we had a tie for the girls, so we're going to give 2, Audrey Camp and Katie Kelly.
Just really quick before I get to the faculty scholarship, I knew I was going to get my chance to do this. I just didn't know when it was going to be. Would you guys mind just one more round of applause for Coach Grosbeck for me? He's going to hate me, and I'm sure payback is in the works already. Those of you that don't know, Coach Grosbeck's going to retire this year, and there's no way we can try to fill his shoes. Talk about a pillar of the community. So I just wanted to take my chance to publicly thank you, Coach, for being an example, a mentor, showing me how to be a Millard Eagle when most everybody knows I came from the wrong side of the county. Thank you. We appreciate you. We love you. And enjoy your retirement. We're going to miss you. All right, the MHS Faculty Scholarship. This one is an award for a student that is planning on pursuing a degree in education. Again, lots and lots of deserving candidates. This was a tough decision. I don't know how close the votes were, but I know the decision was tough amongst the faculty. This year's MHS Faculty Scholarship goes to Josie Fulmer.
All right, I was only supposed to have one thing I was supposed to do, but Mr. Barris couldn't be here today. He was actually attending a recital for his daughter. So I was asked to fill in for the National Honor Society Awards. And these two students and National Honor Society members, and believe it or not, hopefully everybody would believe I was actually a member of National Honor Society in high school, that I don't know, not that dumb, but I was able to be a part of it. And anyway, Mr. Barris has selected these two for demonstrating exemplary leadership and character for this year, and they are Bryn Rasmussen and Mackenzie Brown. All right. The next one I really love being a part of. It's been one of my favorite duties here at Millard High School is being involved with the student council, being the student council advisor. I get to see some of the greatest leaders come out of Millard High School. They're voted among their peers to represent not only a senior, right? I mean, it can be anybody that runs for most of the positions, but to represent all of the student body at Millard High School and really represent and be the face of Millard High School everywhere. And being able to be a part of that and see those makes me want to become better and always live up to the high standard that is set for them. These student counselors, these student body officers, if you guys could come up real quick, we'll give them a hand as they walk up. This student council had to deal with a lot of uniqueness. They had to come up with activities to do that didn't require an audience, I guess, that didn't require an assembly. They had to come up with activities where we could social distance, where we could still be as one. And they came up with the theme this year as Make It Count. And for me, it made me realize what all we really take for granted. Sometimes we start looking for the next chapter in our life. And I think one of my student council members was quoted in saying that she got so caught up in the graduation process and looking into what was going to happen next that she had to take a step back and realize she needed to make this year count and have fun these last few weeks. And for me, that's a life lesson, right? So many times we get so caught up in either the past or even the future, looking on what's the next thing, that we don't get to enjoy the present. And this student council enjoyed the present. They came up with tons of activities. I was super proud of them. They found apps to do during Christmas vacation. The Goose Chase app, I had never heard of it. They had different things set up. They were still able to go out and deliver meals for Thanksgiving. I think we had, 22 meals that we went and delivered for Thanksgiving, which blew me out of the water. That was the most I've ever done. I was at a school down in St. George that tripled the population that we had, and I think the most I ever did down there was 12 or 16 meals. So to be able to get enough food from our fundraiser to go out and provide 22 meals in the community was awesome. And then same goes for our Sub for Santa. I think we had 38 individual kids that we were able to help for Christmas and help provide them presents for Christmas morning. That's the service that these astounding student leaders exemplified this year. So as president, we have Josie Fulmer. I'll hand these out. John Gates, vice president. McCall Wardle, secretary. Gracie Adams, reporter. Audrey Camp, historian. Danny Garcia, social manager. Eliza Swallow, business manager. And Haley Brayman as executive cheerleader. Again, let's give these students another round of applause.
All right. I've had the opportunity to work with a lot of the leaders in the school. It's been an amazing thing. I've seen some amazing things from these students, and I'm honored to give out our Outstanding Leadership Award. We had, like Mr. Stevenson said, we had kind of some unique things going on this year, and these our student body officers really stepped up this year and did some amazing things with what they were given. So this award is voted on by our faculty. And it was a very close vote. But our Outstanding Leadership Award this year goes to John Gates.
Hello, and my name's Bree Daniels, and I am here with Snow College. I am the academic advisor for those that take concurrent enrollment, and today I am awarding Snow College cords for Natalie Starley, Eliza Swallow, McCall Wardle, and Elizabeth Farron. And these students, what these cords represent is that they completed their general education certificate through SNOW. It is about 35 credits while in high school, so a little over a year of on-campus classes. And normally I would award the students their diploma covers, but these four came over to graduation last weekend and walked with the class of 2021, and it was awesome. So, thank you.
I will present now the college and university academic scholarships. This is by no means a complete list of college academic scholarships, but rather it represents only the colleges that we know about. A number of these scholarships were applied for during our scholarship application week this year. We had a lot of students participate in that, and a lot of scholarships were applied for during that week. What I'll do is, there's a lot of names, so you'll have to bear with me, but what we'll do this year is just read the names of the students for each college and what scholarship they received. And as I do that, will you just, as your name is called for each college, stand up and remain standing until we're done with that college, and then you may be seated, and we'll go through all the colleges that way. So we'll start with BYU Idaho. We had one student, Natalie Starley, received a scholarship grant. I debated on whether I should say the amounts on this. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Okay, so that was a $1,656 grant. So good job, Natalie. BYU, we did have one student, Mackenzie Brown, received the Heritage Scholarship representing $24,480. Dixie State University has a number of scholarships. There's a presidential for $20,256, a chancellor for $13,600, trustees for $9,600, a dean's for $6,000, and a merit scholarship for $4,000. This represents an amount of money that is spread over a 4-year span. They do have to qualify for that year after year. So we have first McCall Alberto, if you'll stand. She received the trustees scholarship. Braxton Bond, the Utah Merit. Haley Brahman, the deans. Mackenzie Brown, the presidential. Cody Callahan, the Utah Merit. Audrey Camp, the chancellors. Malia Cannon, the trustees. Colby Cummings, the deans. Keith Davenport, chancellors. Zechariah De Herrera, Utah Merit. Elizabeth Farron, chancellors. Josie Fulmer, deans. Daniel Garcia, deans. Simara Havron, Utah Merit. Katie Kelly, chancellors. Emerald Lohr, Utah Merit. Marker Maxfield, Utah Merit. Elizabeth Nieves, deans. Heidi Thurman, chancellors. Caleb Vang, Utah Merit. Hannah Wadups, Utah Merit. And McCall Wardle, trustees. Thank you, students. And I will interject here just for a second. Not all of these scholarships have been accepted. Many of our students applied to several colleges and received a number of scholarships, and they get to choose, and I hope they chose their best offer. We do have Weber State. A few from there. We have one. Elizabeth Barron received the trustees for $14,000. Utah State, the presidential scholarship is $32,000, dean's is $13,500, the scholar is $9,600, and merit is $6,000. We have Gracie Adams, received the Deans, Mackenzie Brown, the Presidential, Keith Davenport, the Scholar, Callie Lowe, Scholar, Marco Maxfield, Scholar, and McCall Wardle, the Merit. Good job. Southern Utah University, this is a long list. We have, wow, I'm not going to say the amounts. There's just so many here. Marco Maxfield, the Centurion, Hannah Waddups, the Centurion, Daniel Garcia, the Centurion, Kayla Vang, the Centurion, Jed Graffenreed, the Centurion, Jonah Herbst, the Centurion. Okay, that is a $1,500 scholarship. Now we have, for the Dean's Scholarship, Felicity Cahoon, Elizabeth Nieves, Colby Cummings, Josie Fulmer, Jocelyn Dean, Haley Brahman, Tyson Schwartz, John Gates, and that's a $3,000 scholarship. And then we have for the Fellows Scholarship, a $6,000 scholarship, we have Heidi Thurman, Keith Davenport, Eliza Swallow, Callie Lowe, Elizabeth Barron, Natalie Starley, Gracie Adams, McCall Wardle, and all those received the Fellows Scholarship for $6,000. We have a Founders Scholarship, McCall Alberto, Malia Cannon, that's a $4,500 scholarship. Audrey Camp received, these 4 students received the Presidential Scholarship. This is a full ride scholarship, $9,009. Audrey Camp, Bryn Rasmussen, Katie Kelly, and Orson Whitaker. Good job. Okay, Snow College. These are all mixed up, so it'll be hard to say the amounts. I'll do my best. We have McCall Alberto received the Dean's Scholarship for $1,740. Gracie Adams, the Presidential, for $3,486. Jacob Adams, Academic Honors, for $348. Felicity Cahoon, the Dean Academic Scholarship, for $1,743. Audrey Camp, again, a Presidential. Colby Cummings, a Dean. Keith Davenport, the Presidential. Jed DeGraffenreid, the Academic Achievement. Jocelyn Dean, the Dean Academic. Daniel Garcia, Academic Achievement. John Gates, Academic Achievement. Samara Haveron, the Honors. Kennedy Johnson, the Achievement. Elizabeth Nieves, the Deans. Katie Kelly, Presidential. Bryn Rasmussen, Presidential. Tyson Schwartz, the Deans. Jetta Stevens, the Deans. Heidi Thurman, Presidential. Kayla Vang, Academic Achievement. McCall Wardle, Presidential. Orson Whitaker, Presidential. And Emily Wilcox, the Academic Honors. Well done. And that is all we have for those.
All right, we're going to start with the honors students. So if, as we call your name, come on up. We first have Keith Davenport, Eliza Swallow, Jocelyn Dean, McCall Wardle, Heidi Thurman, Arden Chevalier, and Natalie Starley. Come on up. All right, we'll move on to the high honor. Can we have Audrey Camp come up? Katie Kelly. Bryn Rasmussen, Elizabeth Farron, Josie Fulmer, and Orson Whitaker. All right, and the last two are our two that were ranked the highest. Our salutatorian this year, which is our second ranked student, is Gracie Adams. Come on up, Gracie Adams. Okay, and a little bit of a drum roll. Our valedictorian for the 2021 school year is Mackenzie Brown. You know, there's kind of a lot of emotion that goes through as you're sitting back there and listening to all the awards and the different things that these students have earned, and you've seen over the course of their high school career all the work that they've done, and it's paid off. A lot of kids have received a lot of awards tonight. I was glad that Bart Adams brought up one of his recipients and what they had done. You know, I've had the honor of being here for 4 years now, and I've seen what some of these awards can do for students. I actually have seen students who didn't plan to go to college, but because of an award that either a family gave out or a business or something of that nature, it enticed them to go to college. And I can't tell you how good that makes me feel. And the faculty, it's just an amazing thing. I've seen it time over time, and it's really cool. So I know it's been mentioned here, but it really does take a village to raise these students. I love the generosity that I've seen here tonight, and we've kind of put together a number. We have come up with $916,000 so far that has been given out in scholarships by our local businesses, by our families, and also by some of the universities that our students will be going to. That is still going too. We still have some that's not accounted for. So I am very confident that we'll be over $1 million by the time the year's over. So just want to give a huge round of applause to all those who have donated and all those who make this happen. Thank you. All right, and I just definitely want to give a big thanks to everyone that made this assembly happen too. I know Mrs. Stevenson, Janelle, she puts a lot of time into this, and she knows everything by heart. I can go down and I can ask her any question about scholarships, and she knows what's going on. She She knows a lot. So I appreciate her time, and I appreciate Mrs. Bliss and all the time that she puts into this as well. And there's a lot of effort that goes into this for these students. So I want to just recognize them as well. So thank you to them. And that will conclude our Senior Awards Assembly tonight. Thank you.